Beyond the Beat. I'm gonna try to keep this as short as possible, but this to me was amazing and I really, really enjoyed watching it. I didn't want it to end, honestly. This was so well done. I really am glad the filmmaker chose to turn a spotlight onto these people over in Uganda, this population of creative, under 25-year-olds. Just so inspiring to see what they went through as children, and they're pushing through it, and they're being creative, and they're expressing themselves through art and dance and rap and just everything that they're doing creatively. Even the set design and their production of Beyond the Beat has given them a purpose and a progress that they're having that they didn't get before. And to be able, the statistics in the beginning were just mind-blowing, even though I know this is happening. But it's amazing to me in Uganda that so many children are being kidnapped and turned into servants and sex slaves and soldiers, and the population is so displaced, and mothers are leaving their kids, and just parents are disappearing and dying, and it's terrible. Nice visuals in the beginning with the animation. I liked that style. I liked the main character in the beginning when we were following him and showing his yoga and his passion, how he got into yoga and his passion. And I love how he ended his yoga class the one day when he said, "Let peace and love lead you through the day." And, with what these people have gone through, it's just amazing. It shows their strength at their core of who they are, and the love is still at the core of their being. I like the visual countdown to the festival that they put on. I liked knowing, okay, we're getting there, we're almost there, and what they have to do to prepare. And it's just really cool to see their will to do this, their desire to do this on their own, basically. And I didn't realize 70% of Uganda is under 25 years old, the population. So really cool and inspiring, really good script and narration. I love how one of the character guys said art it's for everyone. Art, I think it might have been the filmmaker, but that art is for everyone. It's not for a specific culture, it's for everyone. I actually think it was one of the guys they were showcasing in this. So I love that line. We find love when we share. That's another great thing to say and to express to everybody in the world, because sometimes it is hard to share. Sometimes it is hard to ask for help when you need it. So I just thought that was a really good thing to say. So emotional when the one guy was talking about what they've been through, and he was just had such a calming energy, and he was so emotional but so full of hope. It was inspiring. If he didn't have what he had, the hope, the creative outlet, that he probably would have killed himself at some point. That was just so sad, but so inspiring, actually. Great messages throughout in these interviews, great news clips. I like how they said art turns suffering into hope. We all started with the same beat. And also, I love the ending with the updates on everybody. And the filmmaker said, "How will you turn your beat into something greater?" Love that. And nice music throughout. Just a really great, well done documentary. So thank you for doing it. Great job to the filmmaker for going over there too and shedding a light on what's going on. And the creative and the willpower of these kids and the inspiring hope that they have. So thank you.
This film is called Beyond the Beat. This was an incredible, inspiring film made in Uganda. 3 clever and personable people decided to create a big event to inspire artists, notably the youth. I learned a lot about Uganda and how it has a high percentage of young people. I was saddened to hear about and see the in-depth footage of the wars and atrocities that have occurred there. So many children and their parents have been affected over the years. Very clever opening montage. On the bright side, I enjoyed the footage of artists singing, dancing, and rapping. There was some beautiful shots of the area too. I was heartened by this group who expressed the importance of arts, not just in Uganda, but around the world. So happy that Beyond the Beat is back again. Well done.
Beyond the Beat. this opened and it gave you such crucial information that was great. We needed that to start this film out, and then getting a chance to meet the people, you really felt a personal connection to everybody in this film. I think the filmmakers were very smart about that, because everyone who was being interviewed had such important things to say, and they became so endearing to the viewer. Like you want to see everybody succeed and this event succeed. So I loved that about this. I thought it was also really intelligent because it gives you such an in-depth and close-up look of Uganda and what's going on there. So I thought that that was very smart. The cinematography and all of the editing, the sound balance, the camera angles, what the filmmakers did, brilliant. Everything was absolutely top-notch and perfection. The music, the performing acts that you get to see that we're working on behind the beat, that was just a little bit of magic. You know, it was so awesome and so well done, and I loved getting a chance to see all of that. Yeah, I thought that this was really heartfelt, and I thought that they did a fantastic job.
Beyond the Beat. This is a touching movie and quite strong as well. We see all the life in Uganda, a country that has been nearly demolished by a long-time war. It was brutal, and for some people it was more a annihilation than an actual war. It was absolutely a horrible period in human history. But we can see these characters, these people that were there during the war and are still alive nowadays, and we see these unexpected friendship between people from very different countries, from Uganda and USA, but they grew up together and they're still friends. We can see how these people living there, they live with just little, they don't have much, but they still enjoy life. They still do the best they can to be better people day after day. So I think the story was very well told, and I really loved how the direction and the cinematography are connected. The cinematography is never static, it's never boring, and the direction really gives a creativity space for excellent shots that help you to better understand the stories of these people. And at the same time, also there is a great usage of interviews and B-roll connected with really pleasant music. So overall, this was a very well done movie, and I really enjoyed it. Congratulations.
It was a wonderful, wonderful film. First of all, just be able to get this inside glimpse into Ugandan culture and the everyday. It's not something that, we get to see a lot here in America, so be able to see all these youth, and a statistic that 75% of people in Uganda are so young. It's such a youthful country. I didn't know that. To see that this they're getting out there and engaging this youthful energy in the arts, in a country that has so terribly needed it. It's really, really inspiring to see. It was really wonderful. It's beautiful to see all these young people dancing and taking their classes and taking pride in what they're doing. That this message and that this ability is being brought to them. It's just such a beautiful thing. And it was sad that Beyond the Beat wasn't able to continue after the pandemic, but it was wonderful to see that he was able to continue his work, and that he's so passionate about sharing and spreading the arts throughout Uganda. And this is important for anybody to see, that if any community, any country where the arts are in trouble or in danger of being defunded or being taken out of schools, people need to see this to know that that's where the real healing is. That's where the real humanity can be found, is in the arts. So thank you to these wonderful folks in Uganda for showing us that. And God bless in this continued venture here. I hope it goes well, and I hope this film gets out there and gets seen. It's really wonderfully done, and it's a very important message. Thank you.
Beyond the Beat has the feel of a typical documentary where it's told in narrative format with someone who introduces himself, and we see exactly why he's telling the story because he's literally telling us. It's a classic for a reason because it works. He is showing us how these people went through a war and are rebuilding through a community event that involves uplifting and dance and yoga, and by following guys, and he's showing the beauty of Uganda. But he's also making it clear this isn't just their story, it's also his story, the guy telling the story, Fletcher. He fills in every little question that anybody might have. Because as I was watching, there are certain questions that would pop up, and within 10-15 minutes, he'd answer the question. Which means it was already in his head saying, okay, people are going to watch this and know this is what the question is. And he lets us know very clearly why he's making the story, why it's personal to him, where it goes back to his grandfather in international law. He very much is involved, and he knows as a filmmaker what questions people are going to have and decides to answer each and every one of them.
Hi, this is my Beyond the Beat commentary. So I liked the cold opening. It's very compelling and captures you immediately. It directly tells you what the main topic and issue is of the documentary. That coupled with the title sequence and the music makes the documentary very intriguing and interesting. I think that the topic of discussion is very important and an imperative social issue that needs to be addressed. And light needs to be shed to it as well. I liked the verite scenes, and their shot compositions were very well done.